Hi everybody, I am going to review Mystery Science Theater 3000 Box Set 12. Now this is the final Rhino box set, just shortly before it went over to Shout Factory. And actually it wasn't that long of a wait actually, it was pretty much the same amount of time it took for each box set to come out, so the transition was pretty smooth, I thought. Now, this is the final set, and what they had was the Rebel set. Now, of course, by the way, I usually introduce the episodes through the mini posters, but they didn't do mini posters on their set, so that's just how it goes. It's the Rebel set, and this one is Super Agent Secret Dragon. Secret Agent Super Dragon, excuse me. Let's see, the Starfighters and Parts, the Colonus Project, which, boy, that's a great title. I'll get into each, and of course, what I really liked was the fact that they utilized the imagery from the films onto the discs. I always thought that was kind of cool. Like, here's the top. The Rebel set takes place partly in a coffee shop, so that's the top of the coffee shop. I think that's the end of a bullet for Secret Agent Super Dragon, and that's a radar screen, and Parts, well, it deals with clones, so it's an egg. Let me just get briefly into the episodes here. I think all of these were really good. I don't think I have a real major complaint on these. Let's see, this one's split between Joel and Mike. Joel is in the Rebel set and Secret Agent Super Dragon. Mike's in the Starfighters and Parts, the Colonus Horror. Parts is the only Sci-Fi Channel episode in here. Rebel set is a caper film from 50s, and of course, as usual, the Beat Generation is not to be trusted. They're all a bunch of buffoons or crooks, and this episode, of course, does that as well. This gangster who runs a beatnik club as kind of his cover recruits a bunch of loser actors and writers to perform a heist in Chicago. And of course, he double-crosses them, kills 3 of them, and one of them escapes where they kind of fight it out. One of my favorite things about this episode is, well, the film is Edward Platt, the chief from Get Smart, is the lead criminal. And halfway through, they travel by train, by the way. The idea is they get on the train in Los Angeles, stop in Chicago for a couple hours, commit the crime, get back on the train, and head off to Newark. Awesome Newark. And he supposedly was not going to be on the train, but he disguised himself as a priest. Now, what he did was he shaved off his goatee and put on a priest outfit, and apparently it fooled everybody. I mean, it's seriously a worse disguise than the Superman disguise. And nobody recognizes him. It's hilarious. Like, one of the crooks goes, "Who are you?" It's like, it's me. It's been me. See? It's me. Amazing. What a priest costume can do. And there is a short on this one, Johnny at the Fair. Now, Johnny at the Fair is hilarious. It's one of those random 50 shorts that I don't know what it's about. I guess, was this to entertain people? It's about a kid who gets lost at some World's Fair or something in Canada or something like that. And he runs into like a tennis star, Joe Louis, these 2 long-forgotten comedians that no one really liked in the first place, and the former Prime Minister of Canada and shit like that. It features one of my favorite dirty jokes that Crow mentions in one scene where a horse puts its nose under another horse. It's very funny. Very dirty. There's a lot of child abandonment jokes in this one. And also the rhythm in this one is just really good. I think the short's a little bit better than the movie, actually, and I think it's mainly due to the movie. It's not that great. There is an extra on Rebel set where one of the stars, Don Sullivan, who is one of the robbers, he's also the star of Giant Gila Monster. He talks about making both, actually, and it's okay. He's a nice guy. Secret Agent Super Dragon is one of the million bad James Bond ripoffs that were made during the 60s. And this is one of my favorite episodes of the set. Actually, it's quite good. It's fairly badly dubbed. I think he's supposed to be an American hero or something like that. The stock of the film just doesn't look that great anymore. I don't know why he's called Secret Agent Super Dragon. I'm not sure why they went with that kind of bold name. I mean, did he like get to pick that name? Was he, did he get his license to kill? And they go, okay, Steve, you can pick whatever code name you get. Well, I'm picking Super Dragon. That's my name. And he's got a couple of female, cohorts. He's got a kind of a Q-like guy. And God, there's so many great jokes in here. And of course, what's fun is they can make fun of the genre through this film. And there's tons of like good James Bond jokes in this one. And one of my favorite sequences actually is when a random bad guy is walking into the headquarters, and he's walking down the hall, and of course there's Get Smart jokes, and he's just got to wait and wait and wait, and the jokes about him being really fed up and impatient is just fucking hilarious. The Starfighters is a Mike episode. It has no real stars unless you count Robert Dornan, who went on to be a horrible congressman. You got to start being a horrible actor, and I've mentioned this before in previous Mystery Science Theater videos. Nothing happens in this movie. It's about a bunch of young pilots who go to an Air Force base. They get in their planes, they fly, they refuel for 10 minutes, they fly some more, they come down and flirt with some Republican chicks, they fly some more, something almost happens a couple times, but no, it's okay, everything's alright, and then they fly more, and then they leave. That's kind of it. That's the movie. I'm not making that up. That is the plot of Starfighters. It's incredible. With this said, the jokes in here are brilliant. Matter of fact, this is my favorite episode of this set, with Secret Agent Super Dragon being a close second. Oh, boy, they just know. I mean, there's plenty of funny sex jokes in this movie. Great jokes about the military. Wonderful jokes about the 60s. Oh, boy. And at the same time, there's a plot going on in the host sequences where Crow finally got his computer, and he's trying to get onto the internet, but he just can't log on for some reason. So he keeps waiting for tech support to keep calling him back. It's brilliant. Love this episode. And Parts the Colonus Horror is also stars not very many people. Dick Sargent from Bewitched, Keenan Wynn, and Peter Graves are in this film. But mainly it deals with two young clones who are at this clone camp or something like that. Well, these kids are at this camp, and they're raised here, and they're told if once they're ready they can go to America, and it's a little creepy the way it's presented, and they're killed when they go to America. They don't have fun in America, and one kind of figures this out and escapes and finds out this is a whole government conspiracy clone project thing to make clones for the rich and powerful so they can keep existing. And has a bummer 70s ending, let me just tell you. And if that seems a little coincidental to the Michael Bay film The Island, well, it's true. The makers of that film completely ripped on this. I mean, seriously, it's got more action, but it's pretty much the same story. And there's an interview with the director, Robert Fiveson, who at first was a little miffed that they were going to make fun of his movie. He thought it was a pretty good movie. And once he watched the episode, he realized that he had a good sense of humor about it, and had a good laugh over it, and realized that a new generation had kind of discovered this film that was fairly forgotten. And also he credited this episode of helping his case against The Island. So, hey, Mystery Science Theater, you helped defeat Michael Bay. Good work. This is a fantastic box set. Rhino went out on a good one, I think. Even putting a penis on the cover. It's the only MST3K box set that has a dick on the cover right for full view. Crow's shocked by it. And this is a terrific box set. This is a good one to go get. I would recommend, probably, my personal feeling is Starfighters, but I'm sure maybe the more popular favorite would be Secret Agent Super Dragon. I think that's the one Lindsay would probably recommend first. Parts of the Colonus Horror is must see, and after those, check out Rebel Set. Very good box set, 5 RAM chips, and until next time, push the button, Lindsay.